The cross also speaks of a suffering that you choose to endure for a greater purpose. Now, at a higher level, there are two categories of suffering. There are sufferings which you are obligated, you have no choice. I hope you're getting me. You're obligated, there's no choice. So for instance, let me assume that I commit a crime. The due law of Canada is that I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to pay for it. Correct? I'm suffering. But that's not the cross. Or let me assume that I'm in one of those countries in the world, like Gaza, for instance. There are people who have no food to eat, or they eat once a day. You see kids being starved, correct? That is a suffering that they have no choice. They cannot take that and say, oh, this is my cross. you understand? They have no choice. Just like they cannot take that and say, oh, I'm fasting for 1 month because I have no food. That will not be fasting. They have no choice. They are obligated. There's no option. That is not the cross. The cross is a suffering that you have an ability to remove yourself from, but you choose, for the sake of a bigger cause, to stay under that burden and under that suffering. And therefore you could see Jesus speaking in the book of John that I chose to lay down my life. No one forced me. No one forced me. I choose to lay it down in order to serve a purpose. No one forced me. That is what we mean by the cross. And Jesus says, if you are going to be my disciple, there are going to be certain aspects or a season or a circumstance where you will have to choose. You will have to choose. You have to choose whether you are going to get out under and escape the burden of suffering because you want to be comfortable, because of your convenience, or for expediency, or whether for my sake you're going to choose to stay under that burden of suffering, to recognize that there's an agenda that I have. To recognize that there's an agenda that I have. That is the cross. When Jesus says take up the cross, that is what it means. He's not talking about hanging. There are some people that have a big crucifix on their chest, especially when they think they are the bishops or so, and then they move around with the cross. That is not the cross.